The fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys. Hello, this is WIUX-LP Bloomington. You're listening to The Boys Cold One Hour. I'm Clay.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Billy.
We have a special show planned for you today. But before we get started, I want you to sit back, relax, stretch out your hand, extend it across your room, grab a cold one, hold it, grab a...
That's cold.
Yeah, make sure it's cold. If it's not cold, I don't know what to tell you.
It's not cold. Pop it in the freezer.
It'll
It'll be cold by the end of the episode.
Yeah, definitely. But for now, if you have a cold one, just grab it. Take your pick of how to open it, but do it quickly. And crack it open. Oh, there you go. That sounds really good.
That sounds really good.
Who are those boys on the radio? They've got some cold ones and their own show. Open up your ears, listen to us. Forget your fears, there's no need to fuss. But the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. So glad you're listening today.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that tuned in. If you guys heard last week's episode, it got a little bit longer. Some of you may not know about this, but we actually ended up being on for about an extra hour and a half.
Yeah, a little bit crazy.
There's a little problem with we had some technical difficulties basically, so we decided to fill up some time and have a little conversation for a while. It was kind of fun actually.
Yeah, and you guys.
Yeah, it was.
Me and Clay had to step out a little early,
Skedaddle.
and you guys did a really great job.
Thank you.
Great job, you
I
guys.
had to stop myself from listening, and just because
we had to do homework.
We had to do homework.
Right,
But don't get used to it. That might not be what happens tonight.
Well, no, hopefully we don't have any technical.
Yeah, we probably
difficulties
won't.
But it'll be
it was kind of fun
unfortunately
actually.
for us, fortunately for you guys, because you get an extra hour.
True.
If you're
Yeah.
into that, if you just want to listen to automation, mindless, robotic automation.
Okay, really?
Hey, they play some
Hey,
good
this is the
music,
WIUX
Yeah,
library. It's great.
Oh, it is great, but hey, would you rather hear
Yeah,
that
no,
or
I'd much
hear
rather-
Sergey talking about some?
Would you rather hear this voice?
I'd rather hear these voices.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, some riveting conversation.
Oh,
but
there were.
yeah, thank you again to everyone that's listening.
Yes.
We have
especially you.
some
Yeah,
fun
you know who
topics
we're
to talk
talking
about.
We all know who we're talking about, all right? You specifically.
That's right.
This
It's
one's
you.
for you.
Don't brag too much to your friends, but yes, we're dedicating today's episode to you.
But before we get into the topic, do we want to go to
the boy wonder
and the boy
blunder,
blunder,
which we nicknamed. This is a little hint towards the theme of this episode.
Yes, the main crux of the episode.
So, yeah. So the boy wonder and the boy blunder. Instead, we're calling it the boy show and tell, and the boy go to.
You get
Oh,
the
no.
picture.
You
all
get the
right?
picture.
Oh goodness.
It's not
The
pretty.
boy show and tell and the boy go to
Man,
All right.
Show
it's
and
getting
tell.
too
Who
rowdy.
doesn't love show and tell?
nobody.
I love it.
I mean, I love it. I love it more than Jonathan.
So that's
Okay, really?
Go to.
Hold on there.
Hey, come
Say
on.
that. Say
No,
that
I'm
for the
kidding,
boy
I'm
blunder. On.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Oh.
Hey,
Let's
getting me riled up over here.
Yeah.
let's
Goodness.
start with the boy show and tell. The boy wonder. Someone who did something really good this week. Who wants to do the honors of announcing this?
I'll do it. The
right.
boy wonder for this week is
Clay
Catlin.
Hey.
So what did I don't even know actually. I don't know if I heard the discussion. What did he do this week?
I can speak on this. So a lot of you
I
guys.
honestly don't know. Yeah.
I could step right in. A lot
Allow
of
me.
you who listen to the show may know Clay as a movie expert, but in real life, he's actually a history expert.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
And let's just say, I don't know, you had to write an essay for your class. If I'm hearing, I don't know, these rumors, things can change.
Well, I submitted an essay
Yes. Was this for your class or was this for like some competition?
for a competition.
Oh, so
cool.
outside of class.
Yeah, that's it. It was the whole.
Oh,
whole
okay.
School.
What was it? What's it for?
It was for it was for the what they thought was the best history essay, in the college.
Of
in
IU.
school. And IU, yeah. So
Wow,
I
and
won it.
Clay got number 1. He got
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
Wow,
So I
congrats.
was really happy, yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for
What,
honoring me.
what was your topic? I'm just
My
curious.
topic was pirates. In fact, it was
Ooh.
pirates in the Indian
Jack Sparrow.
in the Indian Ocean.
Oh,
My
that's
paper's
cool.
called "Parasites, Plunderers, and Predators. Who is a pirate in the Indian Ocean?"
Oh, that's a good
Wow.
title.
Thank
That's
you.
cool.
Yeah,
Buffing up that
alliteration.
word count, I see.
Yeah, yeah. that I iced out the word count nicely. So.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
thank
so
you
that's,
so much.
That's cool.
that's no small feat. It's very exciting. And I heard you got a little bit of cash for all your trouble.
Let me just.
Oh wow,
Whoa.
you got a little pirate's
Shoot.
booty out of
Let,
it.
let's just say we're not
Got
paying.
some gold doubloons.
Let's just say we're not gonna have to pay rent for a few years.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's say we're not gonna be pirating our movies
man.
anymore. We're gonna be buying them. With our money.
yeah.
Whoa, we don't
It's gonna be
No.
smooth sailing at the boathouse.
Smooth sailing, yes. Well, that's the only reason why I picked pirates is because I live in the boathouse.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did that play into it at all? Actually,
Probably, yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously.
Yeah. That's
Guess
cool,
there are a
man.
few
Well,
pirates
they-
around the house.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, they're always stealing some stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's all the
Okay,
pirates,
okay.
raiding my.
Raiding my cereal.
Raiding my food. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I know. In all honesty, nobody's raiding anything. Thank you guys so much for honoring me. And now I would like to move to an even bigger
Congratulations.
honor, which is the boy. What the
Or Goda.
boy Goda.
Whatever. You get the picture.
Boy
We don't,
Goda.
You get it.
we don't have to spell it out
Thank you,
for
sir.
you.
Yeah.
Yes,
you.
I had to censor that. I'm sorry.
Yes,
it's my
yes.
it's like one of my only.
I mean, I don't know
jokes.
who's listening.
Must
right now.
censor it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is safe harbor, but
Hey.
still.
Hey.
But I mean, there's pirates can still show
Hey,
up.
there's
Safe harbor.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah,
They
they
can.
can.
There's FCC. They can sue you. No, I'm kidding. But actually they probably can. But anyways, our boy Blunder, also known as the boy Goda,
Eh.
You're really saying this.
will go unnamed this week. They know who they are.
They know who they are.
It's
We hope you're listening.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. I don't want to be mean. But
No, I didn't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying, I hope you're listening to the show.
Yeah, no, thank you for listening
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
are.
thank
Well,
you.
if they were, then I'd be kind of upset. Cause,
Yeah,
Well,
because
I'd be-
well,
I'd be-
we'll give a little background.
It goes to
it's
two
our
people.
guests.
It goes to two people.
It's the people that were supposed to be guests on our show this
Yes,
week.
it was our guest this week, and if you notice, you don't hear anybody's voice besides our tinny.
What
cadences. So yes, we don't have guests this week, although we were supposed to.
Sorry about that.
But,
We teased
yeah,
that
they
at
were
the
they were
end.
busy. I understand. It's fine. But
Had a
hopefully
scheduling
in the
conflict.
next 2 weeks, we should be having them on the show. So
Yeah.
look forward to a special crossover episode coming soon.
Yes, which
Indeed.
hopefully will happen. See.
Yeah, I
With
think
that
I
track
think it
record.
I think it will.
No, it's
Yeah,
gonna
they
happen.
have canceled on us twice, but
Yeah. So now,
So now
Third
we
time's
had
the
to
charm.
give him the
Hey,
boy
yeah.
blunder.
yeah. So third strike, you're out. All right. No, but anyways, yeah. Well, great. So we have we're gonna be having guests, which is if you remember, if you're a Boys Cole and Hour season 1 and 2 listener, we actually had guests every episode.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much
Except for
every
some
episode,
specials,
pretty
but
much. So
Yeah.
this is a new
kind of
thing.
a throwback.
Yeah, it's a new
Yeah.
thing we've been doing with season 3 and 4, where we don't really have guests. In fact, I don't think we've had a guest the entire time.
I think we've had like.
One or two.
Didn't we have like Simone on one?
Oh yeah, Simona's on one, but I think she's
Oh shoot.
They are listening.
Yeah, one of them is listening. He just-
Oh.
oh man, he just tweeted at me. Oh, what
Oh.
was that? He just tweeted at me a crying emoji.
Oh no!
Wait,
Oh, I'm
We're
sorry.
we're
Yeah, yeah,
we're
no, no.
we're
Which
sorry.
one is this?
We're,
I'm just
Wait, which
curious.
one is it?
Say, what letter does it start with? Does it?
Oh, we weren't talking about you. We weren't talking about you.
Oh
okay?
yeah, no, this wasn't.
You with the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
we're not talking.
Yeah, we're
I,
not
in
talking
fact,
to-
no. I actually met
No, no.
him for the first time.
No, he's really cool.
On,
Yeah,
what
he
was
also-
it? Saturday. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
luau.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday was there too. Yeah, no, he seemed like a really,
He's
really
really
nice
cool.
guy. I didn't.
Oh yeah, no.
I
The,
didn't. I didn't.
the
sit
other
down
guy's
very long.
great too. We're just kind of messing with
Yeah,
you.
no, the other guy is.
Yeah,
awful.
Someone has to get
Kidding,
the boy
kidding,
blunder,
kidding,
and
kidding.
none of us really messed up this week, so that's kind of why we ended up
No,
moving in this
I mean,
direction. but-
this is a compliment. I mean, we want them to be on our show so
Oh, yeah.
bad. that
Exactly,
We get
yeah.
all.
We're dying to have them on.
I know. So we're really excited to have you on.
So
And thank you
shout
for
out-
listening
shout out
right
to those
now.
guys. Yeah, thank you. For
Yeah, thank you
listening.
so much for
I
listening.
met you at 40s. You might remember me. I was
Oh,
the
yeah,
tall
yeah.
blonde with the red dress.
Oh, we got another
Okay.
tweet a little bit more.
Oh, well,
said,
thank you. Yeah, so we weren't
"What's
talking
up,
about
Wait,
you.
what do you?
boys?"
I
We
can
weren't,
see
even
this?
talking, we weren't even really talking about the other guy. We like them. We like
Oh, yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
like both of
Yeah,
them.
so-
but
Great guys.
But still,
Very quality.
But still, I
But
mean,
still, you gotta lay down the law.
Hey,
at
I've
some
got-
point.
I've got-
Time's enough. It's
I got
okay.
boy blunder because Jonathan like bumped into me at Buffalo. I almost spilled my drink or something. So like, you really can get
Hey,
this.
you
for
bumped
anything.
into me, buddy.
Okay,
John,
different
John
opinions.
got boy blunder for walking out on somebody using the bathroom, which actually never happened.
laughing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, that literally was a lie. But
Also for sitting in somebody's lap.
Yeah. Okay, that actually was true,
Oh.
and that lap was me.
Yes, you did sit in Billy's lap. Oh,
That was the first
memories.
one ever, I think. Actually.
Was it really?
We were going to the porch of
Episode
the
one.
WX house to do some homework, right?
Yeah,
Not serious
yeah.
homework. But yeah, we were going to-
did I actually sit in your lap?
You,
Oh,
like,
no,
sat right in front of
accidentally.
me.
You sat
Accidentally.
inside his
I
lap.
sat right in front of you.
Yeah,
Which-
like
it was
yeah.
a pretty tight space. So hey,
Yeah, no, I mean you
come
didn't have
on,
many
you can't blame
options.
me.
It was gonna be awkward regardless. But
Yeah.
But
I'd rather be
anyways.
sitting in Billy's lap than some random person's lap. So.
Yeah,
Very
I
true.
mean,
And,
if you-
Emily
if-
Abshire's lap.
Oh come on, her lap is I'm sure very.
No, it's great.
Well,
I'm just
that's the
saying. I don't know if she
guy.
wants. I don't know if she wants me sitting in her lap. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the lap. That's
I
the
was
lap
being
of-
respectful.
Well, I'm
That's the
honored
lap of
you.
luxury, all right?
I'm honored you chose my lap.
No
is all I
kidding. We're
wanna
not
say.
talking about other people's laps, okay? That's done. Rewind. So, anyways,
So-
Maybe we should bail ourselves out with a little musical break.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we should.
to try to negotiate all this,
Oh, man.
this harm we've done to the studio's reputation.
Oh goodness.
But don't go away because we have an exciting topic. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Hit
be
the music.
right back.
Irex LP Bloomington.
And you are back with the Boys Cold 1 Hour.
That was All My Friends by LCD Sound System.
Pretty good song.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty
song.
long.
Kind of long.
Long,
We
yeah.
kind of had to cut it short a
Yeah,
little bit.
sorry, LCD long system. We had to-
LCD long system.
Sound system. Wow, that was a bit of a Freudian slip there.
Oh, goodness.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to start calling them LCD long system.
Okay, come on.
You
Come
can get your stuff together. Shorten up your songs a little. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, LCD long system. I didn't know your LCD long system now.
Just go to their concert and just start heckling them. LCD.
Where's LCD 3-minute song system?
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
No. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
LCD sound system.
Alright.
I should say long system.
Well,
Alright,
speaking
sorry.
of
No, you're
singing,
good.
Speaking of systems, we live in a society
Of systems.
cultures.
we do.
And there was a poll
There was a
Oh,
poll.
there
recently
poll.
conducted last week about we all tried to imitate that yodeling Walmart boy.
And
And we did a poll, which I don't want to talk about because I didn't get any
Okay,
votes.
come on.
Okay,
The only one.
Calm down.
Go on.
Sorry,
Hey,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. So the poll question was, who is the best Walmart yodeling kid yodeler? And
Walmart, is that verbatim?
Yeah,
the
that's what
question?
it said.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Walmart yodeling kid yodeler.
yeah.
I've actually looked up that kid more. He seems actually like a good kid.
Yeah, he
Like,
does
seems
seem
like a
like
nice
a
guy.
good
His name
kid.
is Mason.
Yeah, I actually follow him on Instagram.
Yeah,
now.
he's from Illinois. He seems like actually like I don't know. He seems like a nice
He seems
guy.
like a nice kid. Yeah.
like a normal kid.
Yeah. I
Well,
follow him on
fairly-
Twitter too.
Normal enough for what he
Oh, yeah.
what he does in his spare time.
Yeah. But anyways, so the results. So Billy got no votes, unfortunately.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Sergey
Jeez.
got 26% of the votes.
Yay!
thank you.
And
Sergey.
Clay and I tied at 37% each.
Oh, so how many votes were there?
There were 19 votes.
Whoa,
Oh,
that's a lot
okay.
more votes than I thought.
Pretty good bit of votes, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
A
Well,
lot of
Billy,
our-
personally, I thought you did the best job of imitating.
Yeah,
him.
Billy actually did well.
But I mean, it's not like I gotta vote for myself. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fair. That's fair.
That's the problem with not having a Twitter account, right, Billy?
Yeah, no. Billy was just going on about how free he feels after deleting his Twitter account.
I never said that.
It's just like I'm not in the cloud now, dude.
I never
I'm
said
connected. I'm
that.
like off the grid now, man. I'm like one of the like an
There's
ancient
just no
warrior.
need for it.
He was so off the grid, I might have accidentally turned off his mic during that. No, I'm joking.
Oh, man.
Like, sorry, can you
Goodness.
like lower the volume on Billy's
Yeah, let me
microphone?
just lower it. It's a little bit
He's
too screechy.
He's getting a little bit screechy. No, we're all kidding. But Billy, I thought you did a great job, and
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you the ceremonial, for me personally, Yodel Boy Award.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Unfortunately, the people seem to not agree.
Yeah, unfortunately. But hey, what do they know?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm kidding. These are our listeners.
That's
so-
what
They
fuels
wouldn't
me.
They know a
Yodeler
lot.
if they-
These
they can't do
idiots.
French
Kidding, kidding, kidding.
These.
But congratulations to you
Brow.
guys.
Yeah, well,
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And Sergey.
I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
me, apparently.
Yeah. Well, who do you think was the best, Billy?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't really remember it that well.
Yeah, I
You know,
mean,
it's
Yeah,
all
you're like in a haze.
it's all haze.
Yeah, you came in a little bit crazy that day.
No,
yeah,
that's
he
not
did.
true.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
No, I think all you guys did a really good job.
Yeah, he was so crazy that day. He was like, "All right, guys, listen to me yodel." All right, what'd you think?
Oh, man.
He's like, "Dude, I was just yodeling in my brain, man." No, I'm kidding. Anyways, moving on from that, which thank you so much for voting.
Yeah, no, we
you
appreciate it.
interacting with our social media on twitter.com/
Boys Cold 1 Hour.
Boys Cold 1 Hour or
At
Cold One
Boys
Boys
Cold 1 Hour.
at Instagram. On Instagram.
Those
or
are-
just the Boys Cold. Oh, jeez. Or just the Boys Cold 1 Hour on Facebook.
Yeah, those are things you can possibly check out if you want to.
If
And
you
you
wanted
really
to.
should.
You,
In my,
Well,
wait, in
you
my
really-
opinion.
opinion,
That's
you-
still a little.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know, man. You
Is
could-
something is that's an opinion that I can possibly have.
over here. What in the world? Come on,
All right,
man.
I need to chill out. I'm bouncing
Well,
off the walls.
no, it's
Before we
okay,
get a
man.
little bit crazier, should we talk about sports for a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah.
already.
It is the 20s. Might
Yeah.
as well go ahead and do it right now.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been all about the sports recently. We were had some things with the Masters.
Oh yeah.
I watched a little bit, and then I think Jonathan, you also watched with Jay, our roommate.
Yeah, I actually watched like a lot of the Masters this weekend.
Oh wow.
Also watched with a little bit with one of our future guests
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Well, you watched it with him? When?
on Sunday.
Oh, so he made
okay.
time to listen to you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, no. It was the other one. It was the other one. But
And then
I'm
last
just joking around.
last night we were some of us were at Buffalo Louis, and we were watching
the Mets.
the Mets.
Mets.
The
Good old
Mets
Mets
versus the Nats. And then what was the final
I
score?
think
of
the
that?
final score for that was 6-5. The Mets.
6-5
yeah.
Mets.
The
And
Mets won.
the Masters winner was Patrick Reed, if I'm not mistaken.
And
I believe so,
Official,
yeah.
Our official favorite baseball team is the Mets.
Well, Maybe not my official list.
Not my official one either. I'm sorry to say.
What team do you like?
I like the Cardinals.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
respect that. Me and Billy are
Thank you.
big Mets fans, though.
Yeah, we are.
Like this morning, when me and Billy picked up, got our hot dog, our donut, our kosher bagel. We were picking up the newspaper, and for once we didn't say, "Oh, the Mets lost again."
I know.
Oh,
We were like,
man.
yeah, that a boy, Mets.
Come on, Mets.
Then we both put on our hard hats and we headed to work on building the Brooklyn Bridge. That's what I feel like
man.
Mets people are just all the time.
Yeah.
The
They're
fans,
always
they go to
building the
game, they're like,
Brooklyn
"Oh,
Bridge.
Done. Time to build another big iron bridge.
It does feel like that, but
They're the working man's team. What can you say? But
Yeah,
me and Billy are enormous
I'm
Mets
a
fans.
Marlins fan myself. So.
Ah.
You know, I can
You
really
know.
respect being a Marlins fan.
I always just catch a fish, fry it up, and then watch the Marlins play.
Oh yeah.
That's my nightly routine. But
And, you know, Sergey, he's St. Louis, so he takes a quick ride up to the top of the arch
Yep.
and just watches the game from up there.
No, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the nosebleeds, but you know.
yeah.
It's not all that bad.
See, I'm a huge
He
Brewers.
gets the bird's eye view. Or
Exactly,
The Cardinals'
yeah.
eye view.
See, I'm a huge Brewers fan, so I barely even remember the games.
Oh.
All I know is there's two
Oh,
games
geez.
synonymously going on either side of
Oh
the TV.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
kidding.
crazy.
And then also, Clay, I bet you're pretty happy because the Pacers have been doing really well.
Yes, they're doing well.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going into the playoffs as well. I'd rather be higher than this, but this is fine. As fifth, which is great.
Yeah.
We were
pretty
eighth
good,
last
yeah.
year, so that meant we
Hey.
got teamed up with the first seed and we got slaughtered. So I'm hoping good things will come from the playoffs, and I hope you guys continue to watch, if you want, Pacers playoffs in the times to
Who
come.
are they going to be playing against in the playoffs? Do we know yet?
No, we don't know yet.
Okay.
To be
So
determined.
the Pacers have their last regular season game tomorrow against the Hornets, which they won. They beat them yesterday, so hopefully they'll beat them today.
Cool.
It's not a big deal if they don't. Really, we're
Alright.
kind of secure there. But yeah, of course.
Awesome.
All right,
awesome.
Thank you for those sports news.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sergey. And now into the main.
The main event.
The main event.
Main event.
All
track.
Bam, bam, bam.
Now we could.
Monday.
Monday. Listen to the boys. Boys. Cold 1 hour.
All right, so
Hey, my name is Clay Catlin. You'll see the boys. Cold 1 hour.
Monster
at
Truck
88,
Rally.
9.9 a.m.
Wait, what?
That was my.
no,
my
I like
voice.
that. I like that.
You listen to wacky boys today. This is me, Dr. Crazy. You need like a special effect for every joke.
Anyway, no.
Get ready
I
for
was-
show and tell.
That was
We're
interesting.
gonna do a little bit of a show and tell here tonight.
Listen, we could tell you what the topic is, but I prefer to show.
Like
and
every great
tell
writer,
you.
show, don't tell, and that's what we're doing tonight.
Yes.
Except both.
Yes. So show and tell is the topic. We've all done it.
Yeah, we've all done
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We've all
Yeah.
Admit it.
You
We
love
got-
it, you hate it.
We've all had some embarrassing
again.
show and tell memories. Clay, you were telling me one earlier.
Yes, my most embarrassing show and tell memories.
Oh,
were
wait, actually?
I was trying to take out my prized Tonka truck, and I accidentally took out a dirty pair of underwear.
Oh my
like
goodness.
imagining like a really
Oh,
terrible show
man.
and tell thing.
That would be crazy.
I never actually had a bad show. I mean,
Oh,
maybe I
man.
had some boring show and tells,
Mm-hmm.
but I never did anything embarrassing like
Yeah.
that happened.
You guys ever have pet day? Like pet show and tell?
Oh no, we couldn't do that because there's too many kids, who would allergic
Oh, okay,
to,
that makes
to the
sense.
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I did either. Maybe once or twice. I mean, it was all kindergarten.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
you
I
know.
brought out my pet rock.
Really?
Threw it at my teacher.
Jonathan probably brought his pet alligator.
Oh.
Wait,
I
is
did,
it real?
yeah.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah, my pet alligator.
You have a no.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Okay.
What happened there?
That,
Did you believe?
yeah, I did for a second.
Alligator. I mean, you never
Those
know.
things get pretty big. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you never know.
I mean,
True.
hey, Jonathan's tried to bring crazier pets into our house. Is all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is somebody's been watching too many Brewers
It's in
games.
my house. Dude, the Gator Zone.
The Gator Zone.
Okay.
Gator memorabilia fan freaks.
So we're gonna do a little bit of a show and tell
Right.
here on the show. We all
Do it
brought.
live.
Yes, live. We've all brought an item, and we haven't told each other. It's all in our backpacks.
Right.
And we will be tweeting out and Instagram posting pictures of
of
these
the
items. We
We'll
should
also-
probably get going on
Yeah.
that pretty
So
soon, right?
We'll also describe them.
So
too.
so these items, it's not just a leftover can of Sierra Mist you have.
Although it
lying
could
there.
be.
It
Although
could be.
maybe it could be.
But these are
if that has
specific-
sentimental
these
That
are
value.
actually is what I
specifically-
brought.
Specifically, items we wanted to have either sentimental value, a funny story connected, or a personal history, like a long history with this item that you can go into about, which is great, right? However, we're not going to be showing and telling our own items. Our other co-hosts here will be. So none of us know the other person's items, correct?
Yes, we have no clue. At least I don't.
So we're going to take out our show and tell items, swap them to the either left or right, and then that person with no knowledge of what this item is or what it means to the person, has to give a show and tell for that person of the item.
A little presentation.
A presentation, if you will. So even though they don't know what the heck this item is, they have to make up a story about how it's important, what's the personal history with it, and what's the story about it.
And you guys can guess, since we'll be posting these things, you guys can guess. Go wild with speculation.
Oh, yes,
if you
please
want.
do.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will be.
So it does.
Should we do it one at a
Should
time?
we go ahead
or
and
should we
yeah,
do it all
let's
at
do that.
once?
Should we go ahead and whip out the first item and put up a picture
Yeah.
of it?
Who wants to go first?
So does everybody gets the rules, right?
I think
Yeah.
I get the rules.
Yeah, I think I
Great.
get it.
Whose item and who wants to show and tell it?
So how about let's pass stuff to the left.
The left.
Okay.
So,
Sergey, you want to go
Yeah.
first?
oh yeah, perfect.
All right.
All right, Sergey's
So-
item.
Pull it out. What is it?
All right, it is in a forest green package, sort of like a tent. No, I don't think this is the thing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna open up the forest green package, and it is. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, okay. So, I have this item now. It looks like something you would use for some sort of camping thing.
Okay.
It looks like slightly military-ish almost. All right,
It's
I'm
a
opening
shape.
it up. Oh, it's a compass. Wow, it's a really cool like
Oh yeah, let me get a picture of the.
metal forest green compass. This looks like it'd be really useful for if you're hiking in the woods or doing anything. And so yeah, my show and tell for this, for Sergey's compass, is, sorry, Jonathan wants to get a picture.
Yeah. What's the crazy story behind this thing?
So this compass actually is really, really important. It has a lot of sentimental value to Sergey, because believe it or not, this compass has saved his life. All right.
Whoa.
This is not a joke. So when he was a kid, growing up in Valparaiso, Indiana, he one day was walking down the street, strutting his stuff down the avenue, actually walking to McDonald's, when he was stopped by this sort of mysterious peddler who had like this caravan full of like unique like oddity items sort of things. And the caravan guy was showing Sergey all this crazy stuff. He was showing him a flying carpet. He was showing him magic beans, all these kinds of stuff. He was showing him potions. But in the end, Sergey was like, listen, I only have $1 I have $2 in my wallet. And that is enough to buy me a McDouble from McDonald's and a small fries. And that's all I'm going to get. Sergey was like around 9 during this time. So he said, no, I don't need anything from you, sir. But the guy said, listen, I want you to know that this stuff is not a hoax. And there's only one way to prove it. I will give you this magic compass. And Sergey, obviously, he's a really rational guy. He does not believe in magic or anything like that. So he was kind of like, no, I just want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. And the guy was like, seriously, just let me give this to you. It's going to make a huge difference in your life. So he hands Sergey this beautiful Kamanga Model 27 forest green compass, which is also on a sort of a twine to put around your neck or around your wrist maybe. And Sergey starts walking to McDonald's. And when he gets to McDonald's, he gets his food. He eats it. It's pretty good. Definitely pretty good, actually. And he has pretty much forgot about this compass now. But all of a sudden, his enemy, Artie McLang, who works at McDonald's, comes barreling out from behind the kitchen.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard a story about this guy.
Yeah, and Artie's angry. He's furious. Him and Sergey just got into a big argument that day about whether or not Sergey would go to McDonald's. And Sergey promised he wouldn't. So Artie's furious and Artie's also about 6'3", 270 pounds. He's on the wrestling team. So he gets up, starts chasing Sergey, chases him out of the store, and chases him into the deep, dark woods behind McDonald's. And chases him so deep into the woods that Sergey basically has no clue where he is. He finally jumps across a river, and when Artie gets it, he's so big and bulky he can't even cross it. So he asks to leave Sergey, but he says, "Curse you, Sergey! You'll never get out of these rotten woods alive!" And Sergey looks around, realizes he has no clue where he is, sits down on a stump and starts to despair. He throws his head in his hands. He says, "Oh gosh, how did I get myself in this situation? I need to be home by supper." And then all of a sudden he remembers something that he'd almost forgotten about. He takes out this Kamanga Model 27 green stainless steel compass, and he looks at it, and the compass glows with an unearthly bluish greenish light, and instantly the arrow on the compass points a direction, and he starts walking that direction, walking and walking and walking, and eventually he realizes he's out of the woods. He's escaped mystically with this compass. Comes home and shows his parents, "This is a magic compass," and they don't believe him at all. He tries to show them it isn't working anymore. So the next day he goes to where the peddler was with the caravan, and he's disappeared without a trace completely. And all that's left where he was the day before is one tiny little magic bean.
Sergey takes it home, and he's kept the compass, even if the magic is worn out, for the rest of his life in case he needs it again.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow. That was
That's
crazy. That
crazy.
was hard to
Crazy
follow
story.
up.
That was a great show and tell.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Shoot.
Clay, for telling us about Sergey's compass.
So
Yeah.
should we go ahead and have Sergey talk about why he brought it?
Yeah, so how about now you do the real show and tell?
Just in case Clay got a couple of the details.
Yeah, I might have
wrong.
gotten a few of the details wrong.
Well, actually,
What?
you're pretty close.
What?
So,
I knew it had to do with magic beans.
well, it didn't have anything to do with magic beans or a peddler, but it does have sentimental value. And the reason is I got it, I think, not freshman. I got it junior year of high school because I knew I wanted to like do a lot more like hiking and traveling when I grow up, and it was kind of like a reminder to myself that hey, like I don't want to kind of lose like the things that I really like, and I want to. So it was like a reminder that way.
That's cool.
But then I think it was sophomore year in college. So right now it was I think maybe a year ago. I went on a camping trip to Bloomington National Hoosier National Forest.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I went over there, but it was like during like the late evening, so it was already dark, and it was in December, so it was like kind of like during Dead Week.
Oh right. Yeah.
And the way it worked was I drove out there, and we drove out our whole party in at different times, and I was the last person.
Oh yeah.
And it was completely dark out.
Oh jeez.
And the campsite was on a peninsula that was completely off the trail.
Weird.
So I had a map, but it was getting really dark.
Yeah,
and
what good is the map?
And it was about like I think a 3-mile hike in from like one of the trails that you like go off of. And at one point I completely lost like my sense of direction.
Oh no.
Because it was like really dark and I couldn't really see anything.
Right.
And I couldn't really see like
Can't read the map.
the map. It was like a topographic map, and I couldn't really see like exactly where some
Those
of
are
like the
hard to
hills
read.
are. And so I knew that the camp was somewhere like northeast. So I just pulled out my compass, and actually it does glow if you shine a light on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I was right about the glow.
You were.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it does glow, and so I just followed that for I think like about an hour, and eventually I saw this like little campfire, but I didn't know exactly if it was like if it were my friends or if it were some other campers. But it was on a peninsula, and eventually as I got closer, I recognized some of the voices.
Oh great. So
and I
actually,
found my campsite.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Wow,
So
that's
it really got
crazy.
you out of a bad situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Wow,
great,
that's pretty wild.
Great. So I'm
Yeah,
glad,
Yeah.
I'm
So
glad I was at least a little
you were
bit
very
close.
yeah you were pretty
So I
close.
embellished a few things.
I mean maybe I had gone to McDonald's. I actually don't remember like, what I had done before.
That's a great story though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's really cool.
Wow.
Thank you for showing and telling.
So yeah, that compass really got in handy.
It did.
All right. So now I think is it my turn to give my item?
Yes, your item. You're gonna give it
So
to
I will be
Jonathan.
giving my item, my important item to Jonathan.
Also, remember that all these items you can look
Yes.
at them on Twitter and Instagram.
We'll try and describe them, but if you're having trouble, if you're a visual learner, the pictures are on Instagram.
Exactly.
So here's my item for Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
this-
so
Jonathan's gonna
this
love
looks
this.
like well, this
No,
actually
tell me
looks
what
like
it is.
looks like an old friend of mine. It's an albino alligator, is what it appears to be.
Yes.
It's a white alligator. Let me just.
This is gonna remind Jonathan of his old pet.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was funny we were talking about alligators because I'm like, oh, I actually brought an alligator. Or alligator or crocodile. I'm not sure what it is.
All right, I'm just tweeting a picture out real quick. If anyone wants to see it.
Instagramming a picture of it.
Instagram.
Oh man, I'm about to do 4 posts in one day. Rip.
Oh goodness.
Hopefully we don't lose any followers. Hopefully this gains followers. You
Yeah, I know.
Instagram, we don't really use that very much. So, well, until recently. So, you
Yeah,
guys,
Instagram.
you guys should, you guys could
Yeah.
check it out.
Yes. While Jonathan is trying to make heads or tails of this creature.
Okay, so the tweet is out. So if you want to go see it,
Yeah.
and the Instagram post too, Billy.
It
But
is.
if you'd rather just imagine it, Jonathan will describe it for you as well.
Okay, so yeah, this is a kind of you would say it's a rubber alligator.
Yeah, rubber alligator.
It is white in color, probably maybe about like a foot long. Would that be about accurate? Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so. About a foot long. It has blue eyes.
Beautiful blue eyes.
Beautiful blue eyes. It looks like. Oh,
Oh.
it does. It makes a squeaking sound.
Right, yes.
Did not see that coming actually. Yeah. So you want me to give you the story of
Or just the story, why it's important to me, or what's the deal, what's my history with this object.
Well, I know that Clay in general has a history with rubber animals.
Oh yes.
He loves them. So he has a pig that he keeps in his car.
Mhm.
He has a dinosaur that he keeps in his car.
Yes.
And he has this alligator.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that this alligator was probably one of the first. based on the way it looks, and also the fact that this is a sentimental object. So I'm gonna say that this alligator was given to Clay by his uncle, who actually.
Oh wow, you might be getting this like spot
Whoa,
on.
actually.
Sorry. Anyways,
Just say the story.
Okay, so I'm going to say that this was given to him by his uncle, who actually was like a biologist, and he was, kind of like a Steve Irwin type of guy, who hunted alligators, you could say.
Wow.
Maybe made some nature documentaries, and Clay, as a young child, he had a hard time because he lived in Indiana. He couldn't see these alligators, and so he was fiending for something to satisfy his hunger for an alligator. So so he got this gift. That's about all I have.
All right. So it's a gift from my uncle, who's an alligator hunter.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Well, I really love your story.
Or some kind of scientist.
Yeah. Do you want to clear up some of the details?
Yeah. So I really love Jonathan's story. It is a sentimental object given to me by somebody, but it was my really good friend Sydney and I. We both went to spring break together when we were seniors in high school, and we both visited her grandmother, who lives in Orlando, Florida, and we went to the Gator Museum in Orlando. We're outside of Orlando, which is really cool, and they have like 1 million alligators, a bunch of alligator type products, and I believe Sydney's grandma got this for me, which I was really happy about. And then I was really happy it squeaked. I was really happy it was like albino, and so then I started taking it to school with me when I was a senior in high school, and it was really fun because you could like squeak it, and the teacher would be like, "What? Who did that?" Or like,
Yeah.
or like you'd put it on a desk and you'd be like, "Oh my god, there's a big lizard on the desk," and like some people would believe you. But then eventually I was squeaking it too much. Well, it wasn't even me. My good friend Emmett, who was on the show,
Emmett.
took my alligator and was squeaking it in my teacher Miss Chapman's class, my AP Lit teacher, and she took the alligator away.
Oh no.
And put it in her drawer of like belongings that she wasn't gonna give wasn't gonna get back. And so then I guilt tripped Emmett, and he snuck into her class after hours and stole it back. And so now I have it again.
Oh shoot!
He
Wow.
rescued it. So
This guy's been through a lot.
yeah, so it's pretty sentimental, but also I think just funny stories and fun memories of when you're a senior in high school, you have nothing left to do, you're in college, and all you really do is like mess around all day. So,
Man,
yeah,
that's
what
cool.
it represents to me. But I really like Jonathan's story. I did get it. It was a gift, and it was originally from Florida. So definitely hats off to you for guessing.
Cool.
Oh, well, thank you.
I associate the reason I was so excited when you said uncle is I was like, maybe that's right, because I associate Clay's uncle with rubber toys, because I know your uncle cooked one of your
Right.
That's
what I was
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes. That's so funny you remember that, yes.
He cooked your pig, right?
So the reason why
As
I'm
a
so into
joke.
rubber toys is first I got this, and then I was actually able to, I've never done this in my life, I won a fake pig from one of those machines, the claw machines. And then I won another one from a claw machine too, like twice in a row.
Yeah.
One was at the IMU, one was in Smokin' Jack's.
Great
And the
place.
second one, I had in my room a lot because I thought it was cool. And I also do have rubber dinosaurs. But then my uncle like thought it'd be funny. He was making like pork, like chili in like a crock pot. And so he thought it'd be funny if he put the pig on top of the chili pot. So that when I came down, it looked like the pig was on the chili or something, cooking the chili. I don't know what. Then I saw it. I lifted it out, and his hooves were completely burnt, like black, and like his bottom was black because he'd been burnt by the hot pot. Actually, so my uncle does have relation to rubber toys.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Same
Yeah,
uncle who's
yeah.
responsible for the coincidence last week. If you're following.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I really like the story, Jonathan. And yeah,
Thank you.
There are uncles involving rubber toy stories involved with me. So
Yeah, wasn't too far-fetched.
no, not at
All right, so my item
Oh.
is...
all. Oh, okay. So
Is this.
So Jonathan has given Billy the item. Billy is inspecting it now.
Let me take a quick pick.
All right. This looks like some sort of. It's definitely some kind of electronic device with a it looks like maybe like a mini USB cable, Sergey.
Yeah,
Is
it
that a
does
mini
have.
USB?
It looks like a mini USB, maybe like an Android cable. It looks very similar to
it
like
does.
an Android
it's
cable.
sort of like a glossy black rectangle-shaped
I
device
can't tell what it says on there.
with
But
round-up edges.
It says anchor.
Anchor.
Anchor. Okay.
I feel like I've actually seen this before, but I don't know what it is.
What could it be? So it's so it looks like something you would just see every day. So it would be interesting to see what the sentimental value or any value at all is involving this object.
Yes. All right. So I have just made the post. So let me take a look at this thing. Yeah, you guys did a good job of describing it. I don't exactly know what it is. It says IQ on the side. It also says input. What could this? Oh, is this like this kind of looks like a battery pack, like something you would use to charge your phone. Like, actually, wait, let me see this. Can I fit this into my phone? Okay, no, I can't. But it looks like it could fit into a phone. That's going to be my guess, although I don't... This is very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to go with the fact that it's a battery pack, maybe. But hey,
Tentatively
you guys can check out the picture yourself on Twitter and
and
Instagram.
tweet in what you think it might be.
Yeah, it could be anything. So, I guess I'm going to give the story for this and why this is such an important device for Jonathan. So, Jonathan, as you guys know, came from Florida.
Right.
And
Came from
it was his
Florida.
lifelong dream to surf the big wave from Surf's Up.
Oh.
You know, not many surfers were able to accomplish such a feat.
Oh.
And
Only like Chicken Joe and a few else.
yeah, exactly. So he actually got this app that he would keep in his swim trunks. Or like he'd have his phone, he'd have the app open, he'd have his phone in his swim trunks, and he'd listen to it. It would like direct him. It'd be like a GPS, but for surfing. It'd be like, make sure to lean to the right.
Oh,
and then
that's
like
awesome.
Jonathan would lean
Oh,
to
wow.
the right. It would like walk him
So
through.
he gets like all Chicken Joe.
Yeah, so he'd walk him through all the surf moves so that he could like get on this big thing. There was one problem, other than the fact that, you know, he kept getting it wet and had to buy phones over and over again. In that hot beach sun, his battery would die over and over again. So every time he would walk from his house or maybe the cold one condo down to the beach, his battery would die and he wouldn't be able to, you know, surf this wave because he wasn't being walked through it step by step. So
Oh,
that's
man.
when this device came in.
Ooh.
One day he
The
was
anchor.
just sunbathing on the beach and a treasure chest washed on shore.
Oh. That's awesome.
Jonathan opens it up and this device is inside and it says a note and it's like, you know, you can do it, buddy.
It's from Chicken Joe.
Just use this. Signed Chicken Joe from Surf's Up. And so Jonathan was like, oh wow, like Chicken Joe has gifted me this item. So what he realized is he had to plug his phone into this charging device so it would not run out of battery. He went up. The big wave was coming in.
Oh.
Everyone on the beach was looking at shock. They're like, is he actually gonna?
Oh, jeez.
Is he actually attempting this? And because his phone never ran out of batteries due to this device, he nailed it perfectly and became known as, you know, the Chicken Joe of his time. Chicken Jonathan is what they called him. So that is the story behind this device and
Oh my
why
God.
it's so important to Jonathan.
Oh man. Chicken Jonathan.
That's the story.
Well, I
That's the
love that
legend of
story.
Chicken Jonathan.
The legend of Chicken Joe.
Pretty accurate in some ways.
Yes.
So what this is, it is like a phone charger basically. So this cord is what you use to charge it, not the phone, but like to charge the actual charger.
Yeah.
But so this isn't extremely sentimental, but there is some sentimental value behind it. So I got this right before this summer when I was going to Ireland to study abroad. Basically, what?
What was your name?
The broad.
This broad.
This broad that you studied.
I got you.
Sorry.
I got you. Well, okay. So I was going to be studying in Ireland, and I got this basically so I could, you know, bring my phone with me, take pictures, because I don't have a camera or anything.
Right.
So I basically brought this with me wherever I would go, so that, you know, my phone wouldn't die, because my phone battery is really, really bad too.
Yeah.
So that's basically all there is to it. But basically, like, I associate this with like traveling now, because the only time I actually don't really like use this day to day, but if ever I do use it, it's like when I'm traveling. So yeah, kind of enables me to travel and take pictures.
So it's your link back to Ireland.
It's my idol. It's yes, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah.
That's a great one.
So did you surf the big wave all the way over to Australia? I mean Ireland. If it was, but I don't know.
Oh, I kind of chickened out and didn't end up.
Oh, so it was. I kind of was. I was right
no.
about the chicken.
You were right about the chicken. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, well, yeah, great story, Billy. I really like that, and great. I like to hear the real life sentimental value of it as well.
Exactly. All right, so my item is last.
The final item, which is going to Sergey. Sergey,
So-
you ready for this item?
I am ready.
All right, so this one is going to be very familiar
Oh,
to you.
especially Sergey. Oh, this is a gray, sort of heathery T-shirt.
Yes. Well, it's
Yes.
also blue.
Sorry, yeah. It's
Yeah, it's
sort of like a
bluish gray.
grayish blue.
Let me take a pic real quick before I hand it to you.
Sort of like I would say dusk blue. Is
It looks like it's a short sleeve too.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
it is a short sleeve T-shirt too.
Yeah.
Cotton T-shirt, I think.
It's got a high collar, so no V-neck.
You might want to check if it's a polyester mix-up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might end up being important.
And it says in big silver font across the front, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Not as in the insect, but as in the hit British rock group of
Interesting.
the 60s.
Yeah. So.
All right, Sergey, take it away.
There's a green apple on the logo.
Okay, it actually smells really
It is,
good.
Thank you. I did my laundry a couple days ago.
Apple Corpse, the Beatles product.
2005.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
So, there is actually quite an interesting story behind this shirt. And it actually started back when Billy and I were roommates, in fact.
Oh,
And freshman year. And, you know, I like to listen to music. Billy also likes to listen to music. Some music that we listen to is pretty similar, but some music is a little bit different. And I'd have to say the music here comes from the Beatles. This post... rap, like hip hop kind of band that Billy liked to listen to.
You
Post-rap.
may have heard of them.
Well, you might confuse them with the Beatles from like a little bit earlier.
Oh, from
on.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, these are different Beatles.
Completely different Beatles.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Not as well known. Not as well known.
Okay,
I must
yeah.
say. Which
It's
is
like
what,
a hipster small.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. But you know what? It was even cooler when Billy brought his own band set.
Oh.
Yeah. So he had this. These drums. He had these guitars.
Oh, yes.
And a microphone, in
The
fact, as
microphone
well.
too, yeah.
And actually, Billy he's got a pretty good voice, and I didn't learn about that
Hello.
until one night. I was coming back, and it was just such a long day, and I was just fed up.
Shoot.
I didn't want to. I just didn't want to
Fed
be
up with
around.
me.
No.
We were at each other's
It's like all you do is you want to go home, lay in bed.
I wanted to lay in bed, go home, and then, but Billy apparently was having a jam session
Ooh.
in his room. And you know what? I was kind of like the short end of my stick at this point. I was just irritated,
You're ready to
grumpy.
pounce.
I wanted to go to bed.
Yeah.
And Billy was playing this music, and I was like, wait a second. Like, I had never heard this music before, and I had always thought like, no, I'm too good for this music, and you know, I don't really care. I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna be pretty closed-minded about this. But Billy was playing this, and so I walk in. He all of a sudden stops, and he's just he looks a little bit embarrassed. In fact, like yeah.
Poor kid.
And I was thinking to myself like,
Was he
oh
singing
man,
along to the music?
he was singing along to the music, and he was actually sitting at his desk with his drum set. Beating to the tunes, and you know what? I must have muttered something, because he looked like embarrassed, but he also looked like really like disappointed too, like that he had like maybe made me mad or something.
Right.
And I felt really bad.
Which I did often.
No. Billy's very servile like that. He's always. You know.
Yeah. So and I felt really bad then, and I decided to go to bed, and Billy had stopped playing his music and stuff, and I was like, shoot, you know. This kid has some real talent here, and I don't want to shoot it down like this. Like, I need to get him something that'll show him like, oh hey, I don't mind your music, because at this time Billy and we had known each other for a few weeks and stuff, so we were kind of like in that awkward kind of uncomfortable stage where we kind of knew each other, kind of did it. Like we would like
like
say
there's been nothing to put the friendship to the test. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And so the next morning I woke up. And I made it my priority to go out to this store at College Mall. It's got all the latest things, the trendy things, as I like to say it.
Yeah.
And Hot Topic.
Yes.
It's actually not Hot Topic, but it's a store right next to Hot Topic.
Right.
Yeah. And
Cold subject.
yes. And
Cold subject. Cold one subject.
I was looking for. I didn't know exactly what I was gonna get. It was gonna be
right.
some sort of thing like that had to do with the Beatles.
Yeah. How can you?
And
expect
so-
different things?
I found this shirt, and when I found the shirt, I was like, "Is it the same Beatles?" And I was like, "Well, it has to be the same Beatles because there's only one band that would have a name like that."
Right.
And so, and it wasn't that small band from Liverpool or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
that crappy band from Liverpool.
Yeah, that band that nobody ever listens to, and you know we don't talk
It
about.
was the cool rap group from Pittsburgh.
Exactly. So I looked at the shirt. I was like, and I went up to the person, and I was like, "Oh, how much is the shirt?" And they were like, "Oh, you're a fan of this music." So apparently they must have also been very adamant listeners.
Oh, cool.
And so I actually got the shirt for free.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just decided like, "Oh,
That's-
hey,
that's-
I'll just give it to you."
Fantastic.
And so you know, I was really happy at this point. I was like, I got this free shirt.
Right.
I'm gonna show my roommate that I like his music.
But you don't hate him.
I don't hate him,
Yes.
and that we
Contrary
can
to
have a
popular
long, and then we can have a long, growing relationship together as roommates.
Oh.
So yeah. So then I went back and I gave him the shirt, and here we are today.
Oh.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
What a great memory.
Yes.
So.
So should I go for real? Thank you for that story,
Yeah.
Sergey.
That's
that was
great
great.
story.
Yeah.
I do have to say,
I
I
really
wish.
got this like arc of like your guys' like relationship really taking the next step.
Yeah.
I do wish that this shirt was like the key to our friendship. Which maybe it is a little bit, but you kind of made that all up, which is kind of surprising considering, you were a main part of that story. I figured you would have remembered if that actually had happened or not, which it did not happen.
Well, we gotta mail it. We gotta make
we
it
gotta
work.
add some nice.
Yeah. I know. I'm just joking around. So this Beatle shirt is one of my favorite shirts. I wear it very often.
Yes.
You do.
As you may notice.
It's one of his. It's one of like the 3 shirts in the Billy rotation.
Yeah. Hey, what can
With
I
the orange
say?
T-shirt and the Rex Sports.
And the Rex
t-shirt.
Sports shirt.
I haven't worn that Rex Sports shirt in ages.
Okay.
But yes, no, one of the, and I'll get into this later. But I actually got this shirt. I think it was either 7th grade or 8th grade.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's old.
Wow.
I
that's
think
an old
it's
shirt.
8th grade. It probably looked a little bit better. I think it was definitely more blue when I first got it. Now it's kind of gray.
Yeah.
Um,
It looks good.
but I got it actually at Disney World of all places. It was my first.
That's really weird.
It was my first time and only time going to Disney World, and we were at like Epcot, where it's got all the
Wait,
different
you got your
places.
thing in Florida too?
Yes, my
Oh,
niece is
wow,
Florida.
two from
That is
Florida.
interesting. And
Where's you doing?
Amazon or something. I don't
so the
know.
2 of us got ours from Florida, and this Floridian, so-called
Yeah,
Floridian.
Got mine
his
from
off-
the Amazon
all of our
forest.
future robot overlords, Amazon.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
So I got this from Epcot. This is kind of a weird place to get it. Epcot,
Yeah.
the England or the Great Britain area.
Oh.
What basically?
Well, I
the
mean,
U-
that makes sense. It's like
UK.
you're getting it from like Epcot, Egypt, or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I got it from the UK area. This
Yeah.
Beatles shirt because I was like, oh yeah, I like the Beatles.
Yeah.
And yes, you are right. I do, or you are right. I did. I did do the Beatles rock band. That's not
You
actually
did.
why I was thinking about this shirt. I remember the first day of high school. I was like, oh, it's the first day of high
Oh,
school.
God.
What should I wear? I'm kind of
Oh.
scared.
Oh man.
And I'm like, okay, so I want to look cool, but, like I don't want to like dress up or anything.
It's
and,
so hard.
And you guys know me, I'm known for dressing really, really nice.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
As Clay will make readily apparent.
why me?
Hey, no, you're the one who always comments about it. You know what I mean? You're
Oh,
always like,
jeez.
oh, you should dress nicer. Which no, I appreciate.
Wow.
I
Oh,
appreciate it.
jeez. I'm sorry.
But I kind of ignore the advice because
Hey
you
man,
know.
do you?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, hey, on the to-do list, I guess. But I was like, you know what? This Beatles shirt, I feel like, fits the bill perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wore it on my first day of high school, and after that, I wore it on the first day of school, every single day, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. And it kind of just became like a symbol of like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying new things. I'm going, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe my whole life's about to change, but at least I've got one thing here, this little
Oh,
shirt.
wow.
It's
Oh,
gonna change
It's,
things.
I feel like it's always good to have like that special piece of clothing.
That's cool.
Yeah, and Sergey, it's interesting you mentioned your relationship as roommates because move-in day, freshman year of college, I wore this shirt in honor, and I
Oh,
met
wow.
you wearing this shirt.
Oh. Wait. I actually remember that.
This Beatles shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I actually wore it move-in day sophomore year and this year as well. So I've worn it the
Wow.
first
So
day.
you gotta wear it
Oh.
next year too.
Not the first day of class, but the first day of like coming to college.
Right.
Coming
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Bloomington.
Oh,
exactly.
cool.
So
That's really cool.
that's kind of what this shirt has kind of just become. So
Oh, sweet man.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any? That's a really great story. I love that, Billy. Do you
Thank
guys
you,
have
thank
any
you.
other rituals with piece of clothing,
Huh.
like that you would wear for a certain thing? 'Cause I always wear my Reggie Miller, Indiana Pacers jersey for finals, and it has. a
Oh
really good
wow,
look.
that's cool.
It has
Oh.
never led me astray so far for finals.
Interesting.
wow.
Yes. So even if it's cold out, that'll be underneath like several layers. 'Cause that's just a good luck charm. How about you
Oh
guys?
wow.
The
Not
Beatles
really.
one is the main one for me.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Well, yeah, that's an awesome story. And Sergey, I really liked your story too, though, about sort
Oh,
of
thank you.
this gift you got for Billy for
Yeah.
free, actually.
free,
too.
yeah.
That's
Wow,
pretty
yeah.
cool. All right, great. Well, hopefully, not only do we tell you guys a lot, but we also showed you a lot about who we are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
about our relationships with each other, and our items that define us.
A good discussion. I
Very
like
good
that.
discussion. And looks like we do not have much time left,
Should we
unfortunately.
go straight to listener
in
questions?
the hour? So yeah, I think it might be. Do you think we should?
I think so.
Yeah.
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 We only have 5 minutes.
Oh, geez, yeah, there's not much time at all.
Hey.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It is.
Should
this is
I
true.
go ahead and or tell the first question?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Steve.
Oh, Steve! Shout out to Steve. Hopefully.
3 questions from Steve.
Very
Actually.
good.
Oh, wow.
Steve,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I actually
Um,
asked Steve for questions. And
oh,
he-
really?
He was really responsive.
Oh wow.
Thanks
okay.
so much, Steve.
Yes.
So the first question: if you could be any kind of vegetable, what would it be?
Oh, jeez.
Be a vegetable.
I would be
Be a vegetable.
Oh, this is hard.
Oh, I might be a carrot.
Really? What?
Yeah. You know, carrots are kind of hardy or whatever. They're not gonna like, you know, it's not like a tomato. Like
Sure, you don't get
they're not
smushed?
gonna bruise or get smushed all that easily. They're pretty good for you too.
Yeah.
You know, they
make
help you
in the
see.
dark.
I have pretty bad eyesight, so I could probably, you know, use the benefits of the carrot a little bit.
Definitely. I would say I'd probably be an ear of corn. Just 'cause I like
Ooh.
corn as a vegetable, and if I was cold, I would grow my gross silk to cover my body.
Oh,
You know, like the really
Ah,
gross silk.
yeah.
The worst is when the silk is like all like
Oh.
black and mushy at the end. But I would be an ear of corn, and I would chill out in a husk to keep myself warm.
Ah. I think I'd be a sweet potato.
Oh.
Because I want to be
Ooh,
a
you're
sweet
sweet.
guy.
You are sweet.
hey,
Hey.
sweet, and I also want to be a spud.
Ah.
Oh.
But also, it's just because
Mr.
the,
Potato
Your stud is
Head.
human, so you should be spud as a vegetable.
exact. Yep.
Well-
And also just because like they're like underground and stuff, so it's nice and warm. And I feel like you don't have to worry about like getting stepped on or anything.
That's
Oh,
very
true,
That's
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Billy?
I think I'm gonna go with pumpkin.
Ooh.
Because
Ah.
maybe I always thought they looked cool.
They do look really cool.
And I feel like I could bring some Halloween cheer to some people.
Oh, yeah.
I can, my pumpkin seeds can taste good. I can maybe some pumpkin pie can be made out of me.
I mean-
maybe I'll be a jack-o'-lantern.
Ooh,
maybe,
that'd be cool.
maybe all three of them. You know what I
Wow,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
See the life.
Another good one would be a gourd, because then you don't have any risk of being eaten, and you just chill out on like some middle-aged woman's table.
Oh,
True.
unfortunately.
But you are gonna go rotten after a while.
Yeah, deer love gourds. I know that
Oh.
from personal experience. And
Oh, dear.
Personal experience.
Always eating my gourds. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
man. Actually, though, yeah.
That's a whole story in and of itself.
Oh man.
You would have brought his gourd to show and tell.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
weren't all
But-
eaten.
But Bambi was chomping on it when we were trying to leave. No, next question is also from Steve. Should dogs have human names? What do we think about this one? I say yes, dogs should have human names.
Yeah, I say
I
name
think
your
they-
dog what you want.
They can. I don't think they have to have human names. Like you can still name it Spot
Yeah.
or
Like the classic like Rover.
Rover,
or-
yeah.
No, don't name your dog Rover.
Hey, come on.
Or
What if
Red
I want to
Rover,
name my
Red
dog
Rover.
Rover?
You say Reefer?
Rigo.
Oh.
Reefer. Hey, Reefer.
Hey, Reefer. My dog's name is Reefer. No, I
Oh.
think you should, because I remember reading To Kill a Mockingbird when I was a kid. And there was somebody, I think his character, I'm guessing his name, I think the character's name was like I don't know, like William Collins or something like that. And he had a dog named Tom,
Mhm.
which I thought was I think it's kind of cool when like a dog is a human name. And they kept calling the dog Tom Collins, which I thought was really cute.
Oh,
yeah.
He was like, he literally sounded like just like a human being, like Tom Collins. It
Like
was
Tom
literally just-
Collins.
Yeah, it was literally just his first name and like his owner's last name. And they're like, yeah, Tom Collins ate a bird the other day. So I think just because it's funny and it's kind of sweet,
Yeah.
I'm pro first and last names for animals actually.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Billy, how about you?
I agree. I think that they should have human names. I don't think they have to though, as I was kind
Ooh.
of saying earlier. Like you can name your dog Scooby Doo, but you can also name him, George or something.
George would be a good name for a dog.
I
actually.
think the possibilities are endless. That's
for
the
George, I
that's the
see
great
like
thing.
one of those like basset hounds with like the droopy face.
Oh, I
Oh,
do too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like a Huckleberry. No, not as depressing, but Huckleberry Houndish, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Should we move to Braden's question first and then go back to Steve?
Yeah. Steve has a bit of a head scratcher. So
Yeah.
Braden said, "Are socks the new neckties?"
In what way? They're both clothing, I guess.
I think he's trying to say like how people dress up to wear neckties. Is socks a version of that?
Yes.
Like you only wear socks if you're dressing up.
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily dressing up, but I think personally, I do like to switch up like some of the socks that I wear.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah,
I'm wearing
yeah.
pants that are a little bit higher, I generally go for some like different types of socks.
Yeah, more
because
fun
just because
socks,
people
yeah.
can see it.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah,
show
yeah.
off. I would say
feel
socks
like
are
that's true.
the new neckties only because I think it's personally good luck is if you're getting ready to like go to work, pop open your collar, tie a sock around your neck instead of a tie, pop that collar back down, and you're gonna look like $1 million for the rest of the day, and you're
Mm.
gonna get that
Ah.
promotion you've been dreaming about.
I cannot
Ooh.
disagree with that.
Oh yeah,
can't
I'll
either.
say that. I'm ready to dive into this big paragraph.
All right,
There
so
we have
Braden, yes, they are the new neckties, I suppose. All right, does anyone want to read this one?
Sure, yeah. So Steve has another question. You are the leaders of an Amish congregation.
Ooh.
You want to reward your members by allowing one modern convenience that will help their lives, but you don't want to go too far so as to violate basic Amish philosophy. What do you choose?
Oh, jeez. Okay, so not too far to violate. So like, To me, that means the iPhone is off the
Yeah.
table.
TV is probably off the table.
I
Too.
mean,
Right.
zippers are off the table if we're talking about Amish philosophy. I mean,
Wait,
there's a lot
really?
of things they can't use. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
use zippers?
No, none of that stuff.
That's fine. They don't have to use zippers.
It's got to be like
Can they use like
knitted-
Velcro?
They've got
or-
to knit their clothes themselves, basically.
Oh, interesting.
I think.
Can they using like buttons, right? I'm sure they can.
I'm
use
sure buttons are allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Button maker. That's what they should have.
A button maker. Oh my goodness.
Maybe a hot chocolate
Um,
machine.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh wait, actually, that might be a good thing.
Or like a coffee machine. I feel like you could do better than that though.
Well, that also is violating.
No, no,
yeah,
no.
I know. We can choose one
No,
item.
it's a modern convenience. It just has to not violate it too much. So it can't
Yeah,
be like, you
yeah.
know, like a
Like one
a
cup of
flat
coffee.
screen TV with like a Roku on it or something.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
so
yeah.
a cup of coffee a day might not really throw a wrench into too much.
See, I don't actually. I think it's awesome for you guys. I'm personally not a coffee drinker, so I might be leaning for a hot chocolate maker or a panini press.
I'm thinking of maybe like a smoke detector or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Because you know they've always got that fireplace going in the winter.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It
you know.
might get annoying though. If they're like, yeah, we know they're smoking here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
true.
mean-
but if their house burns down,
Yeah.
they'd
Or
be
maybe
thanking
like
the smoke
a-
detector.
True. Or the batteries are out. Well, we can't replace them because we're Amish. So because we're gonna have to listen to this beep for the next 3 years.
Oh man,
Jeez, this is really
that's a
hard.
good point.
I would give the,
smoke detectors plus batteries.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
like a
I have it.
cotton candy machine. I don't know.
I have it because all these
Cotton
things,
candy.
I feel like, although they're awesome ideas, you would need to put in electricity, which would just violate so many Amish principles. I'm gonna give them a Polaroid camera,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
so they can take pictures of their friends, take pictures of their family, and then
I
all
don't
they have
know.
to do is drive to the store and get new film. So it's not like they have to like do a complete upheaval of their lives and like replace like the electricity, like get outlets put in their house. All they have is a camera to just help their lives a little bit and remember some of their special moments.
I like that. I do feel like that's pretty against the Amish philosophy, though. I feel like they'd seem that as like pretty vain, like taking pictures of
Yeah.
people and stuff.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
don't
that
know.
would be one thing that they'd be very against,
Well,
actually.
that's what I would do. Well, jeez. Well,
Hey, I'm just
Alright.
saying.
I mean,
I'm
this
just
is the
saying.
Amish state.
I have a new
What do you-
proposal.
Miriam.
Do you agree with me, Sergey?
Yeah,
You know,
I
I
would
kind
say
of- I
like,
kind of-
I kind of agree with that too.
Also, I have a new
Oh.
thing to bring to the table. Drones.
Drones.
Okay, the Amish people are gonna love this stuff.
Oh man.
No, I'm kidding.
Amazon drone deliveries.
Well, what are your guys' ideas then?
I don't know, man. This is hard. I might just go with some sort of like food making device.
But what?
Maybe something that can churn
Maybe
their
a microwave.
Maybe some.
Ooh, but that
Maybe.
requires electricity.
Or some
Yeah, that
butter.
requires electricity.
They
yeah.
gotta
but
they
I
gotta
mean-
churn their own butter. Maybe they just get butter shipped to their Amish village every day.
Oh yeah. How did the
You
butter
know,
man
have you
come?
seen that?
No,
They've got to
so
like.
wait, what's the one modern convenience? A butter deliver?
No, the fact
Yeah.
that they have to churn their own butter. They like mix milk and all this other stuff into a bucket, and then they have to like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
But
like,
don't you feel like that's probably sort of part of their like ideology of like working hard and like?
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
other things they work hard at besides just
Yeah.
making butter. Though.
Well, hey, maybe they
We're
want to
just-
picture themselves. I'm
Well,
saying.
going along that butter line,
Jeez.
maybe a tractor or something that helps them to plow, like, because they have to they don't have the modern conveniences. They probably use like a horse to like plow their fields and stuff, and then when they have to like during harvest time, that probably takes a lot of effort and a lot of people just to do that. So maybe
That's a
a
good one.
tractor, and it's something that you could just go to like your local gas station to get like diesel or something. You don't have to use like the gas like pumps specifically. So maybe that would work.
Not bad, not bad.
Can they use I'm assuming they don't have record players, right?
I don't
Obviously
think
not,
so.
yeah. That
Some
would be
sort of
pretty
music?
nice.
That would be.
Some kind of music, yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
need
that would be.
electricity.
Yeah.
You need electricity though.
Right. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
wait, what
but I mean,
about the-
assuming that
What about those? I forget what they're called. The older ones. That
like the hand crank.
the hand
things?
cranked ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Hand cranked radio, maybe.
I also read that Amish people hate music because it's like Satan-y.
Oh,
really?
You know what?
They
that-
don't sing like Amish songs.
No,
or
no.
anything? Really? Oh.
Oh shit.
Well, they do
I would
sing,
picture
but
them,
they,
like,
they have to
singing
all
hymns
sing in
and
unison. Like,
Oh, really?
like, and they can't listen to like an instrument being played.
Huh.
no.
Oh wow.
So I'm sticking with Polaroid.
Polaroid.
Shoot.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the butter or the cotton candy or the coffee or hot chocolate.
yeah, it's
I'm just
probably go with one
I'm
of
gonna
those.
satisfy some sort of food need. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
just hungry.
A space
What are
heater.
you guys gonna go with?
I'm kind of with you on that, Bill. Yeah.
All right.
I'm probably gonna go with something like actually maybe even a space heater. Cause I'm just thinking like during the winter it's
Oh,
probably
it
gonna
must
get
cold.
pretty
yeah.
cold, and
Yeah,
even with the
that's
fireplace,
true.
like how close do you want to be to that fire? And it's gonna get
Mm.
smoky too. So yeah, I probably want something that would keep me warm or would help me during that time.
True. True.
All right. Well, thanks for sending in those questions,
Yeah,
everybody.
thank you very
We
much.
appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in. Sorry, we went a little bit over. But thanks for joining our show and tell.
Yeah, thank you.
And we hope to see you guys next week, same time,
Same
same
station.
same station, WIUX. Oh, and one thing you can check out, if you so please, is WIUX's Culture Shock.
All right, yeah.
This Saturday. It's happening all day. I think it starts at noon, and it ends around when 10 p.m. 11
9,
something
10
like
or
that,
something like
yeah.
that.
It's almost a very long event, and it's gonna be super fun.
A lot of great bands.
Yeah, there's a lot of great performers. There. And so we hope to, we'll be signing autographs. No, we'll be selling shirts for part of it.
Yeah, we
It's
will
gonna be super fun.
So me and Billy and Sergey will be working at the T-shirt
Ooh,
counter.
yeah, I might not be there, but
From 1
Hey, but the rest of us.
but hey, yeah.
From 1 to 4. We'll be there from 1 to 4 p.m. though. So if you want to meet up with us or buy a T-shirt, that's
Yes,
Perfect.
this is Cold One Con.
yes.
Fan con. So.
Masquerading as Culture Shock. We all know who the real audience is here.
All right. So once again, thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you have a great night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
And please listen in next week and have a good rest of your
Yes,
week.
and hopefully we'll have those special guests.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
You're listening to WIUX OP Bloomington.
When I